Hi guys, I don't know what's going on, but I thought I'd do a quick video here because the harassment with the heat device was getting pretty bad. My eyes were burning, I got a wicked headache. But anyway, National Grid is here outside. I have a little heat coming out of the radiator here all of a sudden, and all of a sudden this heat device stopped, and we have some fire trucks here, so I don't know what's going on in the building. And they make you feel uncomfortable to complain, but certainly it's pretty scary when you hear about people perishing in a fire. So the device stopped all of a sudden. It's got to be running off some sort of power. They used to shut off my refrigerator at other places. So I hope everyone's okay because, you feel like you're complaining and you feel it's wrong, but then as far as being like, they'll tell you, oh, you're crazy or something, but because it's very hard to prove this. I do have a little heat right now all of a sudden, and I'm trying to do due diligence because it's horrible to perish in a fire. And this has been ongoing since I was a child, playing games with the heat. I oftentimes didn't have heat growing up. It was a game when I was at my mother's recently. My ex-husband knew ongoing that I was very scared in the winter of people not having, adequate putting batteries and smoke alarms and different things, so I would give out batteries. I have never seen people make a game of the smoke alarm beeping as they have here. I walk into the kitchen, they'll beep. I get up at night. When they wake me up, it'll beep. They do it every, to like follow you around the room, or if you go in the kitchen, and they beep all day and all night. It's really starts to really wear on your mental health. The smoke alarms are constantly going off whether you exit or enter the building, and it's not just like a steady pattern like it needs a battery. People are using it to harass people, which is my contention. So obviously there's an ongoing problem here. I have let the landlord know, because he's repeatedly said that nobody is upstairs, but I repeatedly hear people come in, they'll drop a bag on the floor like they're bringing in a device, they'll set it up. I can sometimes hear it being rolled across the floor, and then it starts being directed on my face, my buttocks, my back. I've woken up like out of a sound sleep, jolted awake, and had to go throw up. I've had diarrhea because it'll just deplete your bowels. When it's blasted at my eyes, I can't see. I do wear contacts, so it makes it difficult. And so on and so forth. I don't want to focus too much on that for somebody, if it's somebody else, if it's privacy issues. But certainly I want to make note that as soon as everybody was here like that, the device stopped. And I do have a little heat now coming out of the radiator, so I'll keep you informed. I certainly don't like to complain, and I certainly don't like to do this kind of work, but this is hellish. It's been absolutely hellish, and this has been a similar pattern with each place that I've tried to rent. As far as the heat, they'll tell me, the furnace is broken or they have to repair it. The maintenance man was here. Said he had to do some repairs on the furnace and have some parts. So I do have a little heat right now, but the other problem is this device. It's like the whole room will smell like something burning. The floor will get almost like crackling, like there's a fire underneath. It almost feels too like with the device underneath the bed, it's almost like you're laying on a furnace. I liken it to maybe one of those seat heaters that's turned up really high and it jolts you awake like at 2, 3 in the morning. And then the whole room will have a horrible smell, and then they'll start with the constant loud smoke alarm noise, to like harass you. And it's really intense. It almost feels like it's piercing through your brain. So hope you're all well. Hope you're safe. Again, about these tragic fires here in Albany, God bless, because I know what it's like to grow up, and be an unsafe, look for housing and be moving. And certainly lately, I know what it's like to be unsafe and keep looking for housing. And, you don't want to complain because then you get evicted. If the cops come too often, you get evicted. So they'll make all these threats. And then if you complain, you're crazy. So The ongoing maintenance when you move into apartments should be done before you move in. Over on North Main, he was actually ripping the whole entire, there was construction going on right over my head in the apartment upstairs. He had wires hanging off the building. He ended up ripping me off for the security. I got ripped off with the U-Haul van. I mean, people are moving from place to place trying to find safe housing, and this is what they face. I mean, you don't mind living in an apartment that's all not that great, but certainly when you feel unsafe, and like I said, I haven't been able to go out of here because I don't get any sleep. This goes on all night long. I've complained about the noise harassment, and it just continues. So when you're not getting any sleep, it's very difficult to, go to work and do what you have to do. But I thought I'd give you another update because as soon as, people are here, this device stops. And as soon as I go outside, it stops. I can go, wherever, if I go on the bus to get groceries and stuff. So it's not anything medical. It's being done deliberately to harass. Be safe out there, guys. Take care and God bless.